So I just have to pull over really quick because I got a notification from two parents that actually had some questions, and I wanted to help them out because, boy, I've been there. One of them was said that she has a 5-year-old daughter who has autism, and her question was, how do I potty train her? Like, she's having difficulty doing it, and she just wanted to know if someone had some advice. I immediately was like, oh gosh, I've been there. Mind you, I have a son, so that was difficult for me to just be like teaching him, but I was taught doing parent training certain things that some of it was stuff that you normally would teach a kid with, without autism. But there were some actual things that you needed to do if you have one, maybe that's nonverbal or doesn't really understand the norms or typical, teaching things that's out there. So what I had suggested was one, which some of us already know, is, I said give your child, maybe for about 3 hours, enough liquids, whatever that liquid may be, hopefully not soda. Get some liquids inside but set aside about 3 hours if you can, and every 30 minutes, take your daughter to the bathroom. Just go in there, sit there. You guys just sit there, have her sit there with the tablet, swinging her legs, listen to some music, and just sitting there. But be mindful, the moment you hear her go, and I was told this, the moment you hear her go, I need you to shout, be super happy, clap, be just overly out of just crazy excited. Something that's not going to scare her, but very, very excited about the fact that she went. Congratulate her, empower her, like, oh my God, that's so great, and yay. And she's probably going to look at you, autistic, like, what are you doing? You're doing too much. What are you even responding to? So then you actually kind of got to show them, look what you did. So take them off the toilet, look down, maybe just like touch, on their lower belly. This is what you did, or like right when it's happening. And they're like, oh, so that feeling that I did, because sometimes they don't even know what they just did with autism. They don't know what the bathroom is. I went potty. Sometimes those words aren't there. They just know they did a thing. And then you put me on this white circle thing, and I don't know what it is, but you keep putting me here, and this happens, and then you are happy about it. Okay, I can do happy. So that's one, maybe 30 minutes. And if nothing happens, then okay, we'll just come back later and just keep coming back. Child may get fussy or anything. That's why I'm saying make sure they're doing something at the same time that they're sitting there. So that was one. Number two, if the child is like nonverbal and maybe they're not understanding, like, why are we going into this room all the time? I mentioned something called PECS, PECS, and that's is the Picture Education Communication System. I think it's education. Yeah, I believe it's education system. And what it is you're taking a picture of the actual item, activity, or even person that you're about to do. And even if it's on a schedule, I'll talk about schedules as I go on. And every time you're getting ready to do that, or it's time for the bathroom, and even if you got to take a picture of the actual toilet, and this can do the same thing for you when you brush your teeth, wash your hands. Give their child, especially if they're nonverbal, that picture so they can hold it and look at it. They may look at it for a second, but just put it in front of them and immediately go to that destination. If there's a family, same thing with like if a family member is coming over or something, you show them that picture of that person, and that person appears. They have to appear. It's not good for people who don't like to show up. You know what I mean? Do it for the ones that do it, and but show them that picture so they know. Oh, okay. Every time you show them that picture, that you go to the bathroom. And that kind of helps like the unknown part, especially if they're not understanding what you're saying. They know that when you show them this picture that you're going to the bathroom. So I said, try the whole, mind you, I'm talking a lot, but I really put this in like a text of like maybe 3 different types of suggestions. So I said, show your child that and have them hold it and walk to the bathroom, and then they sit down. Because she didn't really indicate what was the trouble with her going. She just said that she has trouble going. And she didn't explain why. This guy's just staring at me, I guess because I pulled over and everything, and I don't understand why. I didn't think he owned the street. Am I in your way? You're just wondering why I'm here? You're just wondering why I'm parked here? Oh yeah, no, I'm trying to get directions. Okay, thank you for looking out for me. Yeah, I appreciate it. Stand for a... I am at it. I mean, I don't know. It just... Maybe because I'm across from his business. Anyways. So, you know I wouldn't get in directions, but I don't know his business what I'm doing. Okay. He got a mean limp on him. Anyways, yeah, so I just mentioned that, you know, maybe try or consider, you know, showing them that picture and having them go there. The last thing I had said was a social story. Introduce a social story about going to the bathroom, going potty. In school and special day classes for children with autism, they have social stories. Look that up, Google it, go on YouTube. Social stories, basically it's other kids or like-minded kids doing the activity, and the goal is for them to mimic what they're doing. So sometimes it has words to it, sometimes it does not, but it's a social story about how an activity is done, especially if they're not verbal or they don't understand what you're saying. So I said try those 3 things, you know, see if that happens, but do be intentional about it and be consistent. If it's every 30 minutes, set an alarm that goes off on your phone and you guys go, give them the card, all that needs to happen consistently to a point where they push it away, like, I know already. And usually when their language starts, you can start saying bathroom or potty. So there was another question, but I'm going to come back on and mention what that is. But let me get away. I need to head back to work anyways. Just coming from a meeting, so I gotta go to another meeting. But I was just excited that I got that question. I was like, ooh, let me tell you. So yeah, the other question that I was asked was about, they have 2 autistic siblings. One is 9 years old and one is 8 years old, and she had asked, how do I get them from stop lying and blaming each other and tattling on each other back and forth? It's like all day, every day, they're siblings. They're going back and forth and back and forth. How do I get that to stop? And I'm like, oh, they ain't got to be autistic to be doing that. That's just what they do. But again, we're talking about a whole different lens. So they look at things, that communicate differently. Those with autism, usually it's just really black and white. They don't do metaphors, all that jargon and everything. It's like it is or it isn't. All the extra. So I gave her I thought was some really good advice that helped me. I only have one son, but I worked in after school programs. I've been a teacher. I've been a skills trainer. I've been a one-on-one trainer inside of homes. I did ABA. So I'm familiar with all these different types of things that usually when it comes with children are being combative to each other. So I gave her a couple of tips, but I'll get into that. The advice that I give. Hopefully you like this video. I'll try to share it on my other platforms. Do send your questions. If you have some things that come to mind, or your friends are like, what do I do about this? Please send them to me and I'll be happy to help. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. As my German people say, Auf Wiedersehen. I don't know. I just had to say that. All right. Bye.